Feeling anxious in social settings is one of the most common things that we've all experienced. Unless you're a narcissist or a sociopath, then you've probably dealt with the same. And, I once heard somebody say that social anxiety is a form of narcissism. I'm not sure I totally agree with that, but I kind of understand what that person was saying. And when you peel back the layers, what it essentially means is that people who are socially anxious in many situations oftentimes are just paying way too much attention to themselves. When the reality is that much of your anxiety is all in your head. Sure, maybe you have a bad haircut, or maybe your outfit isn't matching, or maybe you are afraid that you'll say something that is embarrassing, or you'll stumble over your words, or you'll say something that others think is stupid, but ultimately, most people don't care. Plain and simple. They're not looking at your haircut, they're not looking at your outfit. They don't care if you stutter over your words every now and again. People are way too trapped in their own worlds to be fixated or worried about whatever it is you're doing or whatever it is you're wearing or however it is you look. Along with this, people are just so quick to forget, mainly because our minds are always being filled with new information from work and from our relationships and from social media content and whatever else we're seeing online. And people have their own goals, people have their own problems, people have their own responsibilities that they need to attend to. So even if you totally embarrass yourself in a public situation, within a minute, 2 minutes, everybody's forgotten. Nobody cares. They might talk about it with whoever was near them when you embarrassed yourself in front of them or you did something stupid, but ultimately they move on. And so should you. Accepting this belief is one of the most impactful things I've done within my life over these last 3 or 4 years because I was an anxious wreck. I had a very hard time socializing with people who I wanted to talk with. I had a very hard time putting myself out there in new situations that could lead to meaningful opportunities, simply because I was thinking about all the hypothetical scenarios, all the potential negative outcomes that could go wrong. Now, don't get it twisted. The idea of being embarrassed or getting rejected or people saying nasty things to you really does suck. Although few people will say nasty things to you in the physical world. You might have the odd person who maybe cuts you off in traffic and flips you off, or you might have somebody who acts tough trying to impress others but then cowards away when you really check them, but by and large it doesn't happen. You will have people saying nasty things and hateful comments online, which I have gotten plenty of at this point in my DMs and in my emails and in the comment sections of videos, but it's besides the point. Ultimately, it is what it is. And if there is anybody who laughs at you when you make a mistake or they put you down or they say something terrible to you, then, well, that person has their own issues going on. And clearly their life isn't in order and they're trying to bring you down to make themselves feel better. So fuck them, all right? Just fuck them. Rather than overthink and overanalyze all these situations, just do what you gotta do. Be bold. Stop worrying about what might happen or don't let the fear of potential judgment hold you back, all right? Especially when it comes to social situations. Ultimately, all you can do is focus on the present moment. Along with this, stop worrying so much about yourself. If you walk into a social situation and you find yourself kind of jittery, you're nervous, you're sweating, you're stumbling over your words, rather than fixating on yourself and worrying about all the things you could say or do that would be embarrassing, focus on the other person. So, something I started doing about 4 years ago when I was really trying to get over this social anxiety was trying to find the most anxious person in a room and trying to make them feel more comfortable, getting to know them, asking them questions, being genuinely interested in other people. And what this did was it essentially put this positive energy that was inside of me and directed it outward so other people could feel more warm and welcomed. I'm not saying you're gonna go up to random people and just spark a conversation, but if you happen to be in a situation where you have to present or you need to speak or you have to simply do something big and bold with other people watching you, then don't stress, man. Don't stress. If you mess up, fine. If you stumble over your words, fine. If you don't show up and perform at your very best, fine. It sucks, but it is what it is. And if you happen to be in a situation where there's other people and you can bring them along for the ride, then you do that. Get them involved. By doing so, you're taking some of the attention that you think is on you, even though most of the attention isn't necessarily on you, and you're kind of dispersing it among other people. So, anyways, yeah, bit of a rant there at the end. I hope I wasn't getting too redundant. But my main point here with saying this is that nobody really cares. But if you do find yourself getting so trapped in your head, there are things you can do, like making other people feel comfortable, like bringing other people along for the ride, like focusing on things in the external world rather than all of your own insecurities or flaws. All right. So, hope this makes sense. Take these things into consideration, apply them if you can, if you need to. And yeah, be bold. Stop caring about what other people think and just move forward. All right? You got this. Thank you for watching. Speak to you soon.